You are standing in the shower. Nobody else is there, yet somehow you are winning an argument. You deliver the perfect comeback. The other person looks shocked. You feel satisfied. Then you remember something strange. None of it actually happened. Most humans do this. You replay old conversations. You imagine future conversations. You create entire social situations inside your head. Sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours. Why? Why would the human brain spend so much energy talking to people who are not there? The answer begins long before phones, long before cities, long before writing. It begins on the African savanna. For most of human history, being social was survival. A lone human was vulnerable. Groups provided protection. Groups shared food. Groups raised children together. But living in groups created a new problem. Humans had to predict each other. You needed to know who was trustworthy, who was dangerous, who might help, who might betray you. A mistake could be costly. Evolution responded by building a remarkable machine. The social brain. According to anthropologist Robin Dunbar, human brains expanded alongside increasingly complex social groups. Keeping track of relationships became a survival skill. Your ancestors, who understood people better, often had advantages. They avoided conflict. They formed stronger alliances. They gained more support during difficult times. Over thousands of generations, the brain became a prediction engine. Not just for weather, not just for predators, for people. The result is something psychologists call mental simulation. Your brain creates practice scenarios. It runs possibilities before they happen. Imagine you need to confront a friend. Your brain starts rehearsing. What if they get angry? What if they agree? What if they laugh? The conversation begins before the real conversation exists. Strange, isn't it? But the same system helps athletes rehearse performances. It helps speakers prepare presentations. It helps humans solve social problems. Research from psychologist Daniel Gilbert found that people constantly simulate future events in their minds. The brain is often preparing for possible futures, even when no immediate threat exists. But there is a catch. The brain cannot perfectly predict reality. It fills gaps with imagination. Sometimes those imagined conversations become stressful. You replay an embarrassing moment again and again and again. Hours later, your brain is still editing the scene. Why? Because social mistakes mattered. For ancient humans, losing status could reduce support from the group. Being excluded carried real risks. The brain learned to take social situations seriously, sometimes too seriously. Have you ever noticed that fake conversations often happen at night? There is a reason. When external distractions fade, the brain turns inward. Networks involved in self-reflection become more active. Neuroscientists call part of this activity the default mode network. It becomes active when your mind is not focused on the outside world. Suddenly, old memories return. Future worries appear. Imaginary conversations begin. The theater inside your head opens for business. And the actors never stop talking. Sometimes these simulations are useful. You prepare for challenges. You solve problems. You understand other perspectives. But sometimes the system misfires. A small interaction becomes a giant catastrophe. A forgotten text message becomes evidence of rejection. A harmless comment becomes a personal attack. The prediction machine starts inventing threats. The conversation grows larger than reality. Why does that happen? Because your brain evolved to avoid danger. Missing a threat was often costly. Overreacting was usually safer. Natural selection favored caution, even if that caution occasionally produced false alarms. The modern world changed rapidly. Your brain did not. The same machinery once used for tribal survival now analyzes emails, group chats, job interviews, social media comments. The environment changed. The operating system remained remarkably similar. So the next time you catch yourself arguing with someone who is not there, remember what is really happening. You are watching millions of years of evolution at work. Your brain is running simulations, testing possibilities, searching for social safety, trying to prepare you for a future that has not happened yet. The strange part is that the imaginary person in your head is not the real story. The real story is the ancient prediction machine creating them. Every fake conversation is evidence of a brain designed to survive through other people. And that means those imaginary arguments are not random at all. They are echoes from a species that survived by thinking about each other.